Hey everyone! So I did a poll a couple weeks ago to see if anyone was interested in another Expressions What's Its Face, and since it looked like you guys are, I have provideth. So as you can probably tell, I did things quite a bit differently this time around. Instead of doing more detailed lines and full color, I did more of a sketchy headshot with one single color and minimal shading. I chose this approach because it takes way less time and because I still think it looks pretty neat. So we're going to begin with Cricket looking confused. I don't draw enough art of the new Ark tribes, and a lot of times it's really unintentional. I just forget that they're there sometimes, since they've been around for such a comparatively short time. But Cricket has such a cute little design with the splotches and all, and she's just really fun to draw. A good way to show confusion is to have the eyebrows different like this, one arching up and one curving down. Wide eyes and an open mouth are good as well. Just think about what would look confused to you, or what kind of confused face you might make yourself. Next, Fauxslayer with a very unhappy look. Not sure what exactly is the word I should be using to describe her face. It's like a mix of disgust, exhaustion, anger, and some other stuff. Anyways, this is how I imagine her looking in the cave with Winter and his brother. Just totally done with existence as a whole. Small pupils are a good way to have more surprised or negative emotions. Also, for the tired look, you can kind of see where I added another line under her eye. This just makes her look more exhausted. Also, for the angry aspect of her expression, I scrunched up her snout a little. This is what happens when something growls in real life. Look up a picture of a snarling dog if you'd like to see it for yourself. You know, I always feel really bad for Fauxslayer because everything she went through just really sucked. Like, she fell in love with Arctic, right? And her mom managed to ruin that for her. And then Arctic was so unhappy living with the Nightwings and her, so she had a really tough relationship with him. And then, to top it all off, her mother-in-law took horrific revenge on her, forcing her to keep existing in that cave for centuries. Like, it's really amazing to me that she's gone on to live such a peaceful life in the rainforest with Peacemaker. This IceWing isn't any character in particular, I just felt like drawing an IceWing and I wanted her to be purple. I was going for a really serene, calm expression here, and I think I nailed it. A good way to accomplish this expression is to have your character partially shutting their eyes, as if whatever they're dealing with isn't exciting enough to earn the wide-eyed look of confusion. Gently arch the eyebrows to complete the look. One thing I will say is that if you want to practice expressions, you can look up hundreds of expression charts online. These are just huge compilations of varying expressions, and you can learn a lot by going through and using them. Next, I have a random green RainWing. He's also looking confused. One of the best things about RainWings is how expressive they are thanks to the frills. I can't tell you how satisfying it is to draw those things. I really love something about it. You'll notice here that I took the arches of the eyebrows even further. Just like with Cricket, one eyebrow arches high and the other one dips really low, and both the ears and the frills follow this pattern to extend it further. This just really helps get the expression across the way I want it to. Another thing that helps is the sort of S-shaped curve of the neck. This is a front view headshot, so usually the neck wouldn't curve this much, but throwing in that extra curve really helped to push the emotion home. Another good thing for confused or surprised expressions is small pupils. When you get surprised, your eyes open wide, making it possible to see all of your iris. This is why, especially in cartoony art like this, downsizing the pupil just naturally helps make your dragon look shocked or confused. Honestly, RainWings are one of my favorite tribes, and I've been thinking about them a lot lately. Who knows, maybe I'll do a What's Its Face just on RainWings at some point. Anyways, next up I have Sunny, blushing really hard. Her whole posture here shows that something has caught her attention. Her ears are pricked up, the frill along her spine is extra bouncy, and her neck and chest curve up in a way that suggests she's taken in a deep breath and she's holding it. I'm not sure who or what she's looking at, but it's definitely got her excited. Sunny is really fun for me to draw. Her round body shapes are just really satisfying to me for some reason. She has big, expressive features like her oversized ears and eyes, and her happy outlook means I get to do some nice, fun expressions when I draw her. She's just a sweet little baby. Sandwings in general are really fun to draw. The frill running down their spine gives me so many options for customization. It's totally awesome. Plus, some of my favorite characters are sandwings, like Keeley and Queen Thorn. Next, my girl Tsunami, with that trademark look on her face that lets you know it's a good time to be running in the opposite direction. Tsunami is honestly one of my favorite characters. Like, just one of the OG Wings of Fire gals. It makes me happy. She's so loyal to her friends and a total older sibling character, and we all know I'm a sucker for older sibling characters. This is another example of using the body language of the dragon to help show emotion. Her head is tilted up as if she's looking down at you, and her fins are widely frilled. Honestly, I use SeaWing fins to show emotion more than I probably should, but how can I pass up the chance? One headcanon that I have about SeaWings, though, is that, like some kinds of reptiles, when they feel threatened or when they're trying to seem more terrifying, their fins puff out so that it makes them look larger. This kind of goes with how I often headcanon SeaWings to be a bit on the small side so that they can swim easily. The next SeaWing isn't really anybody in specific, although if she was colored a little differently, I might think of Auklet. Anyways, she's a good example of some of the more happy, cutesy types of expressions. All of her features are designed to help her feel non-threatening and adorable. Massive round eyes, huge pupil and irises, short stubby horns, big ears, and a thick neck. Rounder, softer shapes like this often go a long way toward making your character seem delighted. I really like how she turned out. Her big eyes make me happy. I just think it's super cute. Next up is Kinkajou, with an expression that's a little uncommon for her. Kinkajou's a very optimistic character, so it's interesting to see how a more negative emotion looks on her. All of her features point down, as opposed to up, which I would use for a happy expression. Her roughened ears are hanging, her jaw is slightly dropped, her eyebrows are pulled low in disbelief. To complete the look, I gave her very small pupils amidst very wide eyes, and the beginnings of tears in her eyes. This is a look of shocked horror, I'd say, and it's hard to guess what might cause her to look like this. Knowing how happy she usually tries to be, I'd have to say it must be pretty bad. Again, RainWing features just make it really easy for me to show emotion, so I'd have to say that this ended up being one of my favorite headshots of the batch. And finally, I have a random SkyWing, looking angry. Big shock there, y'all. Not sure who or what ticked this guy off, but I'm pretty sure they're about to get fried. Something helpful for angry or intense emotions is to shade in the upper part of the head. You'll notice I did it with Tsunami and Kinkajou as well. Not sure about the logic behind this, but I see it done a lot, and it gets the emotion across, so... And that's all I have for today. Hopefully this was as good as the last one. I tried to make it interesting. Overall, I think my favorite headshot is Sunny, and the purple IceWing is in second place. Let me know which ones you like the best in the comments below. I'm really excited to see. Don't forget to read the description. It's full of helpful info like what programs I use and my other sites like DeviantArt and Redbubble. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope everyone has an awesome week.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the star.